What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I got another episode of People's Questions, episode 95. I would first off, like always, like to thank all of you guys out there that sent in your really great set of questions. They helped me out immensely, and we are only 5 episodes away from a dramatic change with People's Questions. But without further ado, let's get started with your questions. Now, the first set of questions actually come from WSL107, and you kind of had 2 questions, but I was able to kind of combine it to one. And you basically want to know, do I have any fear that the red ring of death from the Xbox 360 is going to somehow make its way to the PlayStation 4? Well, as we all know, there's already something like that, which I believe it's called like the blue light of death. But we were dealing with something very similar to that called the yellow light of death, if I remember, on the PlayStation 3. The fact of the matter is that the more advanced these systems are going to get, the easier they are to break. With every innovation that we have in terms of technology, there's always a higher risk of problems. So, do I think it'll be a significant problem for this blue light of death? Absolutely not. As these systems get more and more advanced, Sony's going to be able to fix them better, and then this problem will become less and less of an issue. Next question comes from the man Mike1127, and you want to know, if I'm lost in the jungle, who would I call? Deadpool, Batman, Mike Wazowski, I hope I said that right, and Dora the Explorer. Well, as much as I love Batman and would love to call him, I would hopefully call Deadpool, and maybe if I'm able to make some type of deal with him, he'll just teleport me wherever I want. I mean, Batman's cool, but Batman would have to fly from wherever the hell he is to the middle of the jungle, have to come down, rescue me, and then I'd have to somehow ride in his bat plane, and then we'd have to take a several-hour flight to wherever I would want to go, or wherever he feels like dropping me off. So, if Deadpool, he could just teleport me. Hey, Brian, what's up? Alright, I'm Deadpool. Let's go to Pizza Shack. Okay, or to a bar. Grab, teleport, I'm home. So, Deadpool. Next 2 questions come from a newbie on the People's Questions, going by the name of Edgar Farah. Hope I said that right. And you want to know, have I played Darksiders 1 and 2? I've played Darksiders 1, and I really liked it, but I have not had a chance to play Darksiders 2. And next question is, do I watch Arrow? No, I do not, as much as the DC person as I am. Next 2 questions come from RCO39, and your first question was actually just a clarification of a question I asked you, and you basically want to know more about my ex-girlfriend. Well, I will actually leave a link to the video that I actually made a while back talking about her in the description down below, so feel free to click that video and you'll basically have all your questions answered. And your second question is, you want to know my craziest college story. I guess, when I was in college, I actually really didn't do much crazy stuff when my phone's going off. I was actually still kind of following my parents' rules for whatever time I was at college, but I guess the only thing outside of the normal that I ever did in college was I just went to my very first midnight releasing for a game, and that was for Star Wars The Force Unleashed. There is somewhat of a crazy personal story that happened, but I'm gonna wait a while. Maybe if enough people request it, I'll talk about it. I've spoken about it to a couple of friends of mine. Next 2 questions come from Criticism Guy 2009, and you want to know, have I ever been scammed when buying something online? Yes, I have, and this sucker actually happened quite recently. And sorry if you can hear the jets taking off in the background. I recently wanted to buy a Metal Gear Solid poster that it didn't quite come with my game, and it was actually shown at... Damn jets. It was actually being shown at E3, and I actually paid like $10 for it, and the poster never arrived. I tried to get my money back, I never got my money back, I never got the poster, and so it's just $10 wasted. Next question is, did I hear about the 40,000 PlayStation 4s that have defective HDMI parts? Yes, I've heard that story. I think there was like a story like Sony was using some group of people and they weren't treating them right, so they intentionally were messing with some of the HDMI ports. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I think if that story is true, I think Sony should be more wise for who they trust their baby product with, or who is manufacturing it. And the last 2 questions come from Mike Styles, and you want to know, do I believe that there are aliens in aliens masquerading as humans among us? If there are aliens masquerading as us, then, you know, all the party to you. I just hope I don't accidentally, get it on with some alien chick. I think that'd be a pretty scary experience. And the last question of the day comes from Mike Styles once more, and you basically want to know, do I have a favorite martial arts style? In terms of all the standard martial arts, I'm not really interested in those, but one fighting style that I would absolutely love to learn how to do is, I would like to learn how to use CQC. If you know how big of a Metal Gear Solid fan I am, you know that CQC is essential throughout that entire franchise, or more on the big boss's side, and that's definitely a fighting style that I would love to learn how to do. And with that, those are the questions that you guys sent in this week. I'd like to thank all of you guys for sending me in your great questions. If you're new to People's Questions, how it works is you simply type down any 2 questions on anything. It doesn't even have to be movie or game related in the comments down below, and I will answer them next Friday. But be sure to get them in before Wednesday, because I do film these on Wednesday so I can get them up by Friday. And if you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check out my future movie and video game reviews and episodes of People's Questions every Friday. Or you can press one of the links in the description down below to follow me on Twitter or friend me on Facebook, and I'll be sure to friend you and follow you back. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.